NFPA requirements for additions to existing structures are detailed in NFPA 101 Life Safety Code. Additions with an area exceeding 500 square feet or 50% of the existing building's area require smoke detectors in all required areas, including sleeping rooms, hallways, and within 15 feet of all bedrooms. NFPA 72 National Fire Alarm and Signaling Code also states that smoke detectors are required in all sleeping rooms, hallways, and areas within 15 feet of a sleeping room. When does the existing structure need smokes added? If the total area of the existing structure, including the addition, exceeds 1,000 square feet, smoke detectors are required throughout the existing structure. If the addition creates new sleeping rooms, smoke detectors are required in those rooms. If the existing structure has multiple additions and is of combustible construction, such as lath and plaster, the fire marshal may require smoke detectors to be added to the existing structure for improved protection. Let's examine the authority of the electrical inspector versus the fire marshal. The electrical inspector is responsible for ensuring proper wiring and electrical safety. They may have authority to require smoke detectors as part of the electrical inspection. The fire marshal is responsible for fire safety code enforcement and has ultimate authority to determine the number and location of smoke detectors required. A potential misinterpretation may occur by the homeowner where the homeowner may have misunderstood the inspector's instructions. It's possible that the inspector wanted a smoke detector just inside the existing structure from the addition, not necessarily in the kitchen. It's also possible that the remodeler misunderstood the inspector's instructions and interpreted them incorrectly. Interconnected smoke detection systems use an interconnect wire to connect multiple smoke detectors. The IC wire carries a direct current signal. When one smoke detector detects smoke, it sends a signal through the IC wire to activate all other connected detectors. This ensures that all smoke detectors will sound alarm if a fire is detected anywhere in the building. If alternating current power is lost, the smoke detectors will continue to operate on battery backup. Considering smoke detector placement in additions, NFPA 72 and NFPA 101 provide specific guidelines. These codes emphasize the importance of early smoke detection to provide occupants with adequate time to escape in the event of a fire. It is crucial to understand these requirements to ensure the safety of the occupants. For an addition exceeding 500 square feet or 50% of the existing building area, smoke detectors must be installed in all sleeping rooms, hallways, and within 15 feet of each sleeping room. This requirement is designed to provide early warning to occupants in sleeping areas, which are particularly vulnerable during a fire. In existing structures, smoke detector requirements depend on the total square footage and the presence of new sleeping rooms created by the addition. If the total area, including the addition, exceeds 1,000 square feet, smoke detectors are needed throughout the existing structure. This ensures comprehensive fire protection for the entire building. Additionally, if the addition creates new sleeping rooms, smoke detectors are mandatory in those rooms. The roles of the electrical inspector and the fire marshal are distinct but complementary. The electrical inspector focuses on ensuring that the wiring and electrical systems are safe and comply with electrical codes such as those outlined in NFPA 70, the National Electrical Code. This includes verifying the proper installation of smoke detector wiring and power sources. The fire marshal, on the other hand, is responsible for enforcing fire safety codes. They determine the necessary number and placement of smoke detectors based on the specific characteristics of the building and its occupancy. The fire marshal has the final say on smoke detector requirements, taking into account factors such as building materials, layout, and potential fire hazards. Miscommunication between contractors, homeowners, and inspectors can lead to misunderstandings about smoke detector requirements. It is important for all parties to have a clear understanding of the applicable codes and the specific instructions provided by the inspector. Homeowners should communicate directly with the inspector to clarify any uncertainties and ensure that the smoke detector installation meets the required standards. Contractors should also verify the requirements with the inspector to avoid potential rework and ensure compliance. Interconnected smoke detection systems enhance fire safety by ensuring that all detectors sound an alarm when one detects smoke. The interconnect wire, typically a low-voltage direct current circuit, connects the smoke detectors, allowing them to communicate. When one detector senses smoke, it sends a signal through the interconnect wire, triggering all other detectors to sound the alarm. This provides a synchronized warning throughout the building, increasing the likelihood that occupants will be alerted to a fire in time to evacuate safely. The interconnect wire operates on a direct current signal, which is powered by a battery backup in each smoke detector. This ensures that the interconnected system remains operational even during a power outage. The battery backup provides a reliable power source for the detectors to continue functioning and communicating with each other. In modern smoke detectors, the interconnect wire typically carries a low-voltage direct current signal. This signal is used to activate all interconnected detectors when one detects smoke. The use of a direct current signal allows the detectors to operate on battery backup in the event of a power outage, ensuring continuous protection. The direct current signal is generally more reliable and less susceptible to interference compared to alternating current signals. The interconnect wire requires careful installation to ensure proper functionality of the interconnected system. It is important to use the correct type of wire and to follow the manufacturer's instructions for wiring the detectors together. The interconnect wire should be protected from damage and should be properly terminated at each detector. Testing the interconnected system is essential to verify that all detectors are properly connected and communicating with each other. The homeowner may have misunderstood the inspector's instructions, leading to confusion about the required smoke detector locations. It's possible that the inspector intended for a smoke detector to be placed just inside the existing structure from the addition, rather than specifically in the kitchen. The remodeler may have also misinterpreted the inspector's instructions, further contributing to the miscommunication. To resolve the issue, it is recommended to clarify the requirements with the inspector directly. Obtain written confirmation of the required smoke detector locations to ensure that the installation complies with the inspector's expectations. This can prevent further misunderstandings and ensure that the homeowner's concerns are addressed. When wiring interconnected smoke detectors, it's important to understand the function of each wire. Typically, there are 3 wires involved: a hot wire, a neutral wire, and an interconnect wire. The hot wire provides power to the smoke detector, while the neutral wire completes the circuit. The interconnect wire is responsible for transmitting the signal that activates all interconnected detectors when one detects smoke. The interconnect wire operates on a low-voltage direct current signal, which is powered by a battery backup in each smoke detector. This ensures that the interconnected system remains operational even during a power outage. The battery backup provides a reliable power source for the detectors to continue functioning and communicating with each other. The interconnect wire requires careful installation to ensure proper functionality of the interconnected system. It is important to use the correct type of wire and to follow the manufacturer's instructions for wiring the detectors together. The interconnect wire should be protected from damage and should be properly terminated at each detector. Testing the interconnected system is essential to verify that all detectors are properly connected and communicating with each other. When AC power is lost, the smoke detectors will automatically switch to battery backup. The interconnected system will continue to function, with all detectors sounding the alarm when one detects smoke. The battery backup provides a reliable power source for the detectors to continue operating and communicating with each other. It is important to ensure that the batteries and the smoke detectors are regularly replaced to maintain the reliability of the battery backup system. The National Fire Protection Association, or NFPA, plays a critical role in establishing standards and codes for fire safety. NFPA 72, the National Fire Alarm and Signaling Code, provides comprehensive guidelines for the installation, testing, and maintenance of fire alarm systems, including smoke detectors. NFPA 101, the Life Safety Code, focuses on providing safety requirements for building design, construction, and operation. These codes are regularly updated to reflect the latest advancements in fire safety technology and best practices. Compliance with NFPA standards is essential to ensure the effectiveness and reliability of fire protection systems. Smoke detectors must be installed in specific locations to maximize their effectiveness. NFPA 72 requires smoke detectors to be installed in all sleeping rooms outside of each separate sleeping area in the immediate vicinity of the sleeping rooms and on each additional story of the dwelling, including basements. Detectors must not be located where temperatures are outside the range of 40 degrees Fahrenheit and 100 degrees Fahrenheit or where relative humidity is 93% or greater. The placement of smoke detectors should also consider potential sources of false alarms, such as kitchens and bathrooms. Detectors should be located at least 10 feet from cooking appliances to prevent nuisance alarms caused by steam or smoke. In bathrooms, detectors should be located away from showers and tubs to avoid being triggered by steam. Regular testing and maintenance are essential to ensure the proper functioning of smoke detectors. NFPA 72 requires smoke detectors to be tested at least once a month to verify that they are operating correctly. This can be done by pressing the test button on the detector and listening for the alarm to sound. Smoke detectors should also be cleaned regularly to remove dust and debris that can interfere with their operation. The batteries in smoke detectors should be replaced at least once a year, or according to the manufacturer's instructions. Interconnected smoke detection systems offer significant advantages over standalone detectors. When one detector senses smoke, all interconnected detectors will sound the alarm, providing a synchronized warning throughout the building. This increases the likelihood that occupants will be alerted to a fire in time to evacuate safely. Interconnected systems are particularly beneficial in larger homes or buildings where occupants may not be able to hear a standalone detector in another part of the building. Interconnected systems can be either hardwired or wireless, providing flexibility in installation. Wireless systems are easier to install in existing buildings, while hardwired systems offer greater reliability and are less susceptible to interference. Electrical inspectors play a critical role in ensuring the safety of electrical systems. They inspect electrical installations to verify that they comply with applicable codes and standards. This includes checking the wiring, grounding, and overcurrent protection of electrical systems. Electrical inspectors also ensure that smoke detectors are properly installed and connected to the electrical system. Electrical inspectors have the authority to require corrective action if they identify any code violations or safety hazards. Fire marshals are responsible for enforcing fire safety codes and investigating fires. They work to prevent fires through education and enforcement of fire safety regulations. Fire marshals also investigate the causes of fires to identify trends and develop strategies to reduce fire incidents. Fire marshals have the authority to require corrective action if they identify any fire safety hazards. Homeowners have a responsibility to maintain their smoke detectors and ensure that they are functioning properly. This includes testing the detectors regularly, replacing the batteries as needed, and cleaning the detectors to remove dust and debris. Homeowners should also be aware of the proper placement of smoke detectors and avoid locating them in areas where they are prone to false alarms. It is important for homeowners to understand the different types of smoke detectors available and choose the appropriate type for their home. Ionization smoke detectors are more sensitive to flaming fires, while photoelectric smoke detectors are more sensitive to smoldering fires. Combination smoke detectors incorporate both ionization and photoelectric sensors, providing comprehensive fire protection. It is also important to consider the features of different smoke detectors, such as battery backup, hush buttons, and interconnected capabilities. Battery backup ensures that the detector will continue to function during a power outage. A hush button allows the user to temporarily silence the alarm to prevent nuisance alarms. Interconnected capabilities allow the detector to communicate with other detectors, providing a synchronized warning throughout the building. When installing smoke detectors, it is important to follow the manufacturer's instructions and applicable codes and standards. The installation should be performed by a qualified electrician or fire alarm technician. The detectors should be securely mounted and properly wired to the electrical system. The installation should be tested to verify that the detectors are functioning properly. When selecting smoke detectors, it is important to consider the needs of the occupants. Smoke detectors with visual and audible alarms are available for people with hearing or visual impairments. Smoke detectors with low battery indicators can provide early warning of battery depletion. Smoke detectors with remote monitoring capabilities can provide enhanced safety and security. The cost of smoke detectors can vary depending on the type, features, and brand. It is important to consider the cost of smoke detectors when developing a fire safety plan. However, it is also important to prioritize safety and choose detectors that provide adequate protection. NFPA codes provide detailed guidance on the installation and maintenance of smoke detectors. It is important to consult these codes to ensure that smoke detectors are installed and maintained properly. NFPA codes are available for purchase from the NFPA website or from other sources. Understanding smoke detector requirements is essential for ensuring the safety of homes and buildings. By following applicable codes and standards and maintaining smoke detectors properly, it is possible to reduce the risk of fire and protect lives and property. Regular testing and maintenance are key to ensuring that smoke detectors are functioning properly and will provide early warning of a fire. Homeowners should also be aware of the proper placement of smoke detectors and avoid locating them in areas where they are prone to false alarms. When installing smoke detectors, it is important to follow the manufacturer's instructions and applicable codes and standards. The installation should be performed by a qualified electrician or fire alarm technician. Ultimately, smoke detectors are a critical component of any fire safety plan.